Good morning, friends. I've got a foam on my microphone, external mic on here. Hopefully it'll keep the wind off. It might get a bit blowy at times. Come up to the South Downs, where I was a shepherd I grew up here on the Goodwood estate here, where I am now. Up on the South Downs, the hills where I used to play as a child, because we lived just on the horse race course. I'll show you in a minute. And yeah, played it up here on the downs. This down behind me, that's a hill if you don't know what a down is, but they're the South Downs, which are about 80 miles long, the South Downs, in the south of England here where I live, about 10 miles away from Bognor Regis where I now live. So yeah, it's nice to come up here and sort of experience the good old days when I used to be a shepherd up here as well, up on this hill and all around. So the actual Goodwood estate's it's about 5.5 miles to 6 miles across now, but it used to be massive, you know, hundreds of years ago when it was in its prime. So maybe 4 times that size. So yeah, it was a big estate. Lots of it got sold off for taxes and different purposes, but yeah, I'll just turn you around and show you where I am. And it's not the clearest of days, there's haze, but you can just about see down to the coast. And Chichester Marina, there's a basin there. So there you go, and we're pointing out towards the marina about now. The coast, you know, you can just see probably just see the end of the land there, and it goes on to the English Channel. So yeah, this is it. And you got Chichester down here somewhere. That's Chichester, where I used to go to school as a child and stuff. Just across here a bit more is where I was actually born. If you look just below these valleys here, you'll see some trees, and beyond that there's just a bit of open space. That's the Goodwood Motor Circuit, and I can hear some cars going around there now actually. I was born on the Goodwood Motor Circuit down there in a cottage at 3 o'clock in the morning. My mum didn't get to the hospital in time, so yeah, that was lovely down there. Stayed down there till I was about 6, and then my dad got a job at the Goodwood horse race course up here, which we'll see in a minute, up here on the downs. And he was the groundsman there, and when I was 6, lived there from 6 years old to 16, and worked on the farm here when I left school at 16. And yeah, it's lovely. So I'll just pan round a bit here. We'll go up on the downs to have another pan. So yeah, just pan round with the camera. I've got the attachment on today. So this is the downs. Was our old Saxon fort up here. Would have had a big wooden wall around it and stuff. So yeah, that's lovely. And it just comes back down this side here. I'm just going to walk up there, and we'll get some pictures from up there. See you in a minute. Wow, there's a lot of wind here. It's probably hitting the microphone. Should have put the fluffy on it so it didn't get too much wind noise. That's the track that leads down to the car park. So I'll just pan round again. You can see about 20 miles on a clear day, which you can just see that far, but it's really hazy in the distance. Just panning round slowly. Keep stopping, but that's as far as it goes. I'll just pan around by hand a bit. This is just this bit here. I'm just going to reset the gimbal so it's straight. Okay, this bit here is where the walled fence, which should have been maybe 15-20 feet high, went all around it on this pathway here. And to this side, I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but there is a dirty great big moat being built in it. So it's a Saxon fort. Don't know how long ago that would have been, but that's the moat that goes all the way around this hill. So, well, you know, it was a hilltop fortress of some sort. So yeah, and here we are. Yeah, so I love coming up here on the downs. You know, like I say, I spent a lot of my childhood up here on this hill, and yeah, it's nice. This is a steaming hot day. It's going to be the hottest day we've had so far, up to like 27, 28 degrees. So fairly hot, you know. But yeah, it's lovely. I mean, to me, being a shepherd round here, and as a child as well, just wandering about aimlessly playing, it was a sense of freedom being out in the countryside. So I still love to come up here, you know. It's beautiful. I'm just going to turn you around, just show you the top. That's the actual top of the hill. You can see a little marker just sticking up there probably. And over here you've got some pylons just to warn the planes. I said we'll go round to the race course now. That's it. Just go round to the horse race course now and just show you that. So just walking with this little camera over really rough terrain, and I think it's not doing too bad. My hands moving about all over the place. But yeah, I've got a foam on the external mic. I should have put the hairy fluffy on it, which stops the wind. Anyway, in a minute. This is the only place I found without any wind. So I come down in the actual moat just to give you a bit of a perspective maybe. I don't know, it's hard to sort of get it on camera, but that's just the downside of the moat. Just going up a very steep bank. So you might get a little bit of a perspective for that moat there. And it just comes to an end here where they must have had some old gates or somebody's made a bulldozer path through it. Yeah, amazing. Anyway, we'll carry on. So what you're looking at now is Goodwood Horse Race Course. Pretty famous over this in this country. I think it's ranked about 3rd or 4th the best course in the country. And just behind the main stand there used to be a cottage. They knocked it down now, but that's where I used to live from 6 to 16. Yeah, and well, I had my brother for company, but he never wanted to play with me, so most of the time I was off on my own, enjoying myself. So the course just stretches around here, and you can see the South Downs in the background. That's it. I'll just pan round and show you the South Downs, which you can see a bit from here, just in the distance. Really beautiful. I'll just come back down here. You can see this moat again, which might look that steep to you from here, but believe me, that is quite steep, and yeah, it makes your legs ache when you climb up that one. That's it. And we'll just head up into the middle of the hill now, just to show you the marker point. Do another pan round, and that's it. See you in a sec. So just up at the centre point. This is just the height marker. I think we're about 600 feet up here. Somebody's actually put some ashes and some flowers. I mean, they're quite old, but a week or two. Somebody's put some flowers here and that. Little baby died, cremated at Worthing Crematorium. So this is where I want my ashes spread as well. Up here on the trundle, that's where I belong. Yeah, so just trying to shade the mic a bit from getting too much wind on it, but I could have put the fluffy in my pocket, but I left it in the car. So just slowly panning round. Really lovely, I love it. And you know, I used to work up here as a shepherd, and back in them days, you know, I wasn't spiritual or anything like that, and I said, this is truly God's country, and you know, what a great gardener he is. Because it's so beautiful up here, really amazing. And hi there. This, you know, South Downs now, a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago, they made it a national park. So they have to allow the grass to grow at certain times a year, allow for different plants, not overgraze it like it used to be. When I was a shepherd here, it was all overgrazed. Most of the natural downland grasses and flowers that were here didn't grow properly. And I've walked up through here and I've seen cowslips, you know, and nitrate fertilisers, they kill them. and they're just growing naturally up here again now, and you know, it's brilliant to see because I haven't seen them since I was a kid. You know, started using all this nitrogen and fertiliser, heavy grazing with sheep and cattle, and you know, it destroyed it really. So it's great that it has been turned back into a nature reserve again, and yeah, I look forward to that. Anyway, that's it for now. Go this way because I'm in the light. So beautiful, lovely day. There's always a breeze up here. I should have known better than to bring the fluffy, but we'll see how it comes out. I'm actually shooting this on a flat image rather than the colourful one because it's a bit too vibrant, and I'll have to try and learn to do some colour grading in that case, and try and put it right if I can. So yeah, but yeah, really lovely day. You can hear the cars buzzing around the motor track, which it was a Formula 1 motor track, Goodwood, back in the 50s and 60s. Formula 1 raced there, but it got a bit too dangerous, so they stopped it back in 1968 or somewhere like that, I think. My dad was a fireman down there as well on race day, so yeah, it was great. Yeah, it's the life, you know, and shepherding was a lifestyle to me, so I really loved it, and yeah, good old days. Anyway, hope you enjoyed my little tour around Goodwood and the Trundle Hill, which we're on now, and I'll see you later. Love and light, Neil.